comments from Coach Gottlieb, and then we'll open it up for questions. Coach?
Thanks for coming. Always good to have you guys. As you can tell, my voice is a little shot. You know, rumor has it that may have been something to do with halftime, but I don't know. I'm not giving away any secrets. It was a really hard-fought win tonight. I credit Utah. They really play a unique style, and they play it well. I thought they did a great job coming in here, especially with their point guard going down earlier in the week with an injury, and I thought they made it their kind of game in the first half. I love the resolve of our team to come back out in the second half and assert our will on the game. We talked about, as much as we scout other teams and we want to be prepared, we also need this to be the time of the year where we're so confident and sure of ourselves and what we do that that's going to give us an advantage. So I thought that we were able to do that in the second half. I thought Talia's performance was so far huge beyond these numbers. I can't say enough. Her energy, her effort. I think we're a special team when you have your third leading scorer in the post have a game like this because they're all the same, in terms of their ability. I thought Plu gave great minutes off the bench, both defensively against their Plu, they moved to the three and obviously feeling it on offense. And I thought, Liza was a huge spark for us defensively as well. Those are the three that come to mind. But I thought this was a signature Cal win because we can go deep, we can find a way. I didn't love our intensity in the first half, but I loved the way we came out in the second half.
Questions?
I guess you should talk about the 17-0 run, the beginning of the second half. That was definitely the difference maker. What sparked this run, and what were the team doing so well that kept this run going?
I thought the energy coming out after halftime was really good. I thought, we just kept getting stop after stop, and that we obviously adjusted our defense on Rodriguez. We had planned for Badon to be the point. She's a little bit different of a player, so we had to adjust how we played those ball screens. Again, I credit Rodriguez for making a lot of tough shots, but I thought that both Brittany and Eliza picked up exactly what I wanted to do in the second half. We toughened up a little bit, we got stops, and then we were able to get out in transition and score some easy buckets the way that we want to play.
Coaching and characterizing these two teams, you've got what I would consider to be the least deep team in the conference versus the deepest team.
Sure.
How does that play into what happened tonight?
When someone asked me, I think it was David on the radio, my pregame show, said, is this, time where you really look and say, okay, we can go deep because they're not deep. And I said, that's what we always do. That's how we always think. I know in conference that we're not necessarily playing 9-10 kids every single game, but there are 9-10 kids who are ready to play and capable at any moment, and sometimes we go deeper than others. So I thought, this is a night where I can look at our players and say, hey, they only have 5, wear them down, let's go. But that's sort of how we approach every game. And we just know second half that we're going to be able to make adjustments, we're going to be able to still have stuff in the tank, and our players really, I think, buy into that.
Can I get you to talk about them just a little bit? There's a physicality that they try to bring. And you also talked about that there's a very unique style that they use. Can you kind of talk about that?
Yeah. Their 2 post players are really physical. I've seen them both play on the Canadian national team. They're really good players. But I think they embrace that. They try to slow the game down. They try and choke off possessions. I think they would rather have the game be in the 40s or 50s with less possessions. Sometimes you see the point guard hold the backcourt. And then they run that traditional, Utah-style motion offense where, as I said to the players, the system scores. They do a great job trying to either lull you to sleep and then front cut you or play off of each other. This year's team, I think, because they are so they're not the deepest, they've had some injuries, they're very specific with what they like to do out of that motion, and I think they own those roles very well. Rodriguez is the pull-up jumper, mid-range kid, she can get out in transition. Wachowski's a beast in the post, obviously they isolate her a lot. Plouffe is that inside-outside 4-player, so I think they do a nice job trying to control tempo and play a certain way. Puts them in a lot of games.
Talia, can you talk about the battle down low?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. I know specifically we were just really focusing on fixing things that, actually last game it was more of the perimeter that hurt us, which I was getting like 4 points at 3rd place. So we did a good job on her, but it was more perimeter as a whole, as a post group. We worked on that with Darren a lot, like her left sweeps and, when Badon, who we thought was playing drives, no one let her kick out for an open shot. So we were really focused on that because she had 19 last game on us. So I think we did a good job, and then this game, Wachowski went off a bit, but it was a fun battle, and they're both really good players, and it was fun.
Coach, you had some high court pressure going on, especially early in the first half. And you're just kind of turning it on and off at random periods. What was dictating that kind of
We were trying to
strategy?
speed up the tempo. I mean, we wanted it to be a track meet as much as we can. I mean, they do a nice job of. I mean, there's only so much we can do to control the tempo when they have the ball in their hands. So one thing for us is the ability to speed up the game with the full court press, make them a little bit uncomfortable. They take a lot of time, and now they're a team that wants to run 20, 25 seconds to get a shot. Well, now if there's 15 on the clock, the philosophy was they'd have to rush a little bit. As with any press, it's a little bit feast or famine. I thought we tried to use it sporadically. I thought we got it to a good jump start with it, and then maybe they figured it out a little bit. Second half, we went a little bit more with the individual kind of full court pressure because we wanted to keep Eliza and or Brittany on Rodriguez and cool it down a little bit.
Phil, can you talk a little bit about your game today, but also the last few games? It seems like you're progressing and you're coming back from your injury. Has your injury been kind of the impact of like slowing you down a little bit? Now you're coming back more full speed.
I think when I got hurt, I was a little slow coming back with my confidence. I battled with that, and Coach told me to just take it slowly and it'll come. And they worked me in and just came to practice every day and try and go hard and try to do the things I usually do, and try and penetrate more and get a feel for my ankle. And tonight's game, I just try to work hard on my defense first and let my offense come.
And it's a birthday.
Any last questions?
Just one comment about Eliza. Like, it felt like when she came in, she just changed the game with not only the steals but like forcing them into like a forced travel. Just completely changed the game.
Yeah, I think it's pretty special when you have a junior captain who can come off the bench. And I said, other than maybe Talia here, she's the MVP of the game, and she 1 for 4. With 2 assists. I mean, the stats don't show, but it's a unique situation to be able to bring someone like that off the bench. And those are the things that win you games. Those are the things that make you a next level team. When in Oregon State, bringing someone off the bench who goes 4 for 4 from 3. I think if our players can continue to really buy into that and embrace that, it's the difference between teams that. I mean, look at conference play. Every single conference, you get crazy scores now because someone's off or some they people game plan you. You have to be able to adjust and go with different counterattacks. And I think that we have the ability to do that because of the personnel on this team and because of the way the players enjoy playing with each other and buy into those roles.
Any last questions? All right, thank you, ladies.